polls.
Let's go back to calls. On our line for Democrats, Michael's been waiting in Brooklyn. Go ahead, Michael.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. I worked more than 20 years, and now I haven't anything. I have no home and cars. I can't buy anything for my children and my wife. Who's responsible for that? I think the government should blame for such problems.
Okay, Michael, sorry to hear about your situation. Jobs, you talked about growing the economy, growing our way out of this. Can the United States grow their way out of the deficits in the job situation?
And that call just kind of rips on your heartstrings, which is there are so many people who are suffering right now in this country. And it's really, really terrible that this economic recovery hasn't been strong, nearly as strong as people would want it to be. And the truth is, we don't know how to fix the problem. We don't know immediately how to bring more jobs back. We do know that there are ways that we can, in the longer term, grow the economy, and it's really hard that that's going to take some time. In terms of growing the economy, bringing jobs back, there are a number of things that we have to do. Like I said, I think actually focusing on bringing the deficit down right now isn't the right priority. We need to think about how we're going to create better incentives for work, for job creation. One of the best things that you could do for this, frankly, is reforming the tax code so that it's easier to bring jobs, keep jobs in this country, and hire people. Another thing that we could do is think about where we should be making more public investments. Some have longer-term growth prospects, like education and research, but some have more immediate growth prospects in terms of creating jobs as well, like infrastructure and direct spending on things that would grow the economy over time. Third, like we've been talking about, we have to get this debt under control. I think part of the way to do it, we talked a little bit about entitlements, is how you change and strengthen these programs that so many people rely on so that they'll be there today and also tomorrow, but do so in a way that protects the people who depend on them. And so the kinds of programs, let's take Social Security or Medicare. There are ways, if we get ahead of, instead of pretending we don't have to deal with these challenges, but start strengthening them now, you can make changes so that every single person who depends on them is protected, doesn't have their benefits affected. There are ways to change Social Security, frankly, where we could increase benefits at the low end if we were willing to do things like means test, pull back benefits for people who don't need them. It seems incredibly sensible to me. But I think, the caller just makes you feel the pain of how terrible the fact that we're not working as good stewards of our economy right now. We are not thinking about ways to grow the economy. We are not thinking about ways to be responsible. We're not thinking about ways to protect people who are falling through the cracks, and we're not dealing with the longer-term challenges of building a sustainable economy.